Hey, welcome back to Cover That Roof. I'm Rob with True American Roofing Company, and I'll be your host. In today's episode, we're finishing doing the general maintenance service of this commercial flat roof. Now, there's a lot of stuff going on up here. We have the drains, we have the AC units, electrical, plumbing, all this pipe and tubing and all this stuff, all these AC units on top of the roof deck, and there's a lot going on. So, we're doing some general maintenance service in some of the areas. Now, one of the areas that we're gonna be doing the work on is where they had an old AC unit. Well, when they took out the electrical wires and stuff, they just kind of cut it, didn't cap it off, and didn't do anything with it. So the box that was taken out, there's where the AC unit was. But you can see they just kind of cut the electrical box haphazardly and didn't really do anything with it. Well, that's a problem for the roof, and it's a problem that needs to be fixed. Now, so we have these wood planks that are on the roof. You can see one right here, one right there taken out. Now we need to get all these off. But first, it was a little dewy, so we have some water on the roof. Right here, so before we can start doing our repair, we gotta sweep this water away to get it dried up, so when we come back with the tar, it's gonna stick. So let's get a broom, get that swept, and let it air dry, and we can start repairing some of the ones that don't have water in the repair area. As you can see, that piece of wood has a pretty long nail. It's a 16D. It's a pretty big nail. Hey, welcome back to Cover That Roof. Okay, so we're doing this general maintenance service on this commercial flat roof, and we had a piece of wood that had a nail that stuck in there. So you know what? We have to take this out. It's not doing any good. So we pulled the old nail out. Pull the old one out. It's kind of old and rusty, so we want to replace this and put another nail back into its place. Okay, so now we just want to continue the process. We want to take out all the nails and the rest of all the wood pieces, get a nail in them, and get it ready to get it all patched up. So let's see how we do it. Welcome back to Cover That Roof. Okay, so now we want to continue the process, tear off the wood, put the nail back into the nail hole. So let's see how we do it. Welcome back to Cover That Roof. Okay, so we have 8 nail holes that we need to seal up. It's not rocket science. I think we should be able to pull it off pretty easily. Now, to do this repair, we had to start off by pulling off the old wood block that had the long 16 penny D nail to hold the piece of wood in for the conduit line. Well, we removed the AC unit. There's no need for the conduit line anymore, so there's no need for this. So we need to get rid of it because it was causing a problem anyways, and they're worried about getting leakage. So we want to stop that. So we pulled out this wood, put a nail back in the nail hole. Now we need to cut some of this smooth rubber modified roofing material and some of the granulated rubber modified roofing material, and that's what we're going to do a patch with. So each different nail hole is going to get 2 little patches on it, one with the smooth and one with the granulated. So let's get our pieces and get it cut, and then we're going to get going. First we want to take our smooth and we want to cut some squares. Probably a little bit bigger than the whole block was in size. So a piece of smooth like this, I think it's gonna work now. Okay, so now that we got those pieces all cut in place, now we need to come back and cut a piece of granulated torch down, a little bit bigger than the smooth, and that's gonna be our second layer to seal up that nail hole. It's gonna work awesome. So we'll catch up to you in a bit when we get those pieces all cut in, and we'll see what it looks like when we get ready to do the actual torching of the first layer of the smooth. We'll see you in a bit. Okay, so now we wanna cut pieces of the smooth. Kind of sizing it up. Okay, so now that we got those pieces all cut in, that's a good thing, because now we can get ready to start melting in the piece of smooth on each different one down the line to get that patched up. So we're gonna catch up to you in a bit. We get ready to start using the torch. Got to remember, a torch is very dangerous, a blowtorch. You don't want to use that. Hire a professional roofing contractor to do the work. It'll make it a lot easier. Okay, so we'll catch up to you in a bit. We'll back cover that roof. Okay, so now we're getting ready to start the fun part. We're gonna start torching this in. We got to melt in that smooth over that nail to make sure we get a good seal on that. Then we know it's going to be waterproof, and that's going to be a good thing. So we're happy about that. Okay. So let's get ready to do it. Now we want to start using the blowtorch. You got to remember, this stuff is very dangerous. Don't try this at home. Hire a professional roofing contractor to do this work. Okay, so first thing we want to do is melt in the smooth. That was pretty awesome. That's pretty sticky and mushy, and that's an awesome seal. Then we're gonna come back. Now we want to come back with a piece of the granulated and get that torch. Wow, that came out pretty awesome. So we're pretty stoked about that. Came out really nice. We got a great seal. So now that's what we want to do on the rest of these pieces that we have to repair on the blocks. There's about 5 more that we have to get done. 5 more we have to get done, so we'll catch up to you in a bit when we get a couple more of these done, and we'll see how it's going. Okay, so we just want to continue that process. That bled in pretty nice. I'm pretty excited about that repair. But awesome. Better than the actual existing roof right now at that repair area and that junction with those double layers of rubber modified roofing material. Smooth being the first layer and a granulated layer. So that came out pretty nice. So we catch up to you in a bit when we get the rest of these done. And let's see how it looks from a spot check from a distance. So we'll catch up to you in a bit. We'll see you soon. Hey, welcome back to Cover That Roof. Okay, so that's about it. That's a wrap. That's how you seal a nail hole on a flat roof. First of all, you want to remove the nail in question, put another new, preferably nail and galvanized, back into the nail hole, pound it down so it's flush. Come back with some tar, come back with a piece of smooth, melt it in over on top, then come back with a piece of granulated torch and make that thing really waterproof. So we'll look for us on our next upcoming episode to cover that roof. Until then, we'll see you in a bit. Hope you enjoyed that video. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this episode of how to patch a nail hole in a flat roof. It's pretty simple. You just need to pull the nail out in question, put another nail back into its place, the same size or bigger, to fill the gap. And then in our case, there's a lot of different ways to do this repair, but we chose to use 2 layers of rubber modified roofing material. So we got 1 layer of the smooth, put it on, melted it into the deck, and then got another layer of the granulated rubber modified roofing material and melted that into the deck as well. And I think it worked fantastic. Everything's all sealed up, so we're excited for the homeowner. We get to move on to our next task on this project. So until then, we'll see you again. See you in a bit. If you like what you saw, hit like and hit subscribe, and look for us on our next upcoming episodes of Cover That Roof. Until then, we'll see you in a bit. Cheers.